Hi guys, welcome back to Ana Dialogue, the dialogue on analog music reproduction. Today we're going to take a look at another special digital format. As you know, every once in a while we take a look at a little digital aspect regarding high fidelity, regarding high quality audio music reproduction. And today we're going to take a look at Blu-ray audio. Pure Blu-ray audio. What is it? Does it still make sense to talk about it? Let's take a look. Go. Okay guys, so today we're going to talk about Blu-ray audio. Forget all the movies, forget all the cartoons, anything that regards video. We're not talking about Blu-ray video. Forget about that. We're talking about audio only, pure audio, only Blu-ray discs. What are these? Well, after DVD audio, super audio CDs, different kinds of formats connected to CDs. We did take a look actually to a few of these. Take a look, for example, at this link here for DVD audio, which I think is one of the best types of high resolution digital media that we used to have, now we don't have anymore. Now, Blu-ray audio, pure audio, is something different, I think. It's something special for a few reasons. First of all, most of us have a Blu-ray player in our homes, so you do not need a dedicated player. That was one of the main issues connected to DVD audio. I know that. They were incredibly expensive. Or for super audio CDs. That was another huge issue. A lot of people could not listen to a super audio CD because you needed a dedicated player. So finally, in around 2013, first Sony, but also Universal mainly, released a series of titles connected to this new format. Actually, not that new, because as you know, it was, and it is still the best format for home video. Although things are changing now with streaming. In fact, I think that with streaming services, obviously for video like Netflix, but apart from that, I'm talking about audio. So if we're talking about audio, immediately we think about Qobuz or Tidal or things like that, which are delivering high resolution audio. So what is the point to go back to this format? Why is Blu-ray audio only discs are still produced today? Because they're still in production, in contrast with the other formats that we took a look in the other videos I did on digital. This one is still in production, and there must be a reason. Let's take a look why. Okay guys, so I actually, I was kind of shocked because when I reached for my Blu-ray audios only, I did not imagine I had so many, and these are just a few that I have here. And a few of these are very good, like this one, Ella & Lewis. This is very good. Other ones, like this one of Marvin Gaye, not that much. And this was something I immediately noticed. This one of Neil Young, so-so. This one of Serge Gainsbourg, I love him. I have a Philips CD, which I think is just as good, or maybe it's better. Allman Brothers Live, this was a good edition also because it is greatly expanded and it's high resolution. They also did editions like this, Sam Cooke, nothing there. I mean, this is just the CD reversed here, I think. This one by Stevie Wonder, very good edition. Now, I think this is a very good edition. So there are some good choices out there. This is easy. These high quality recordings like Diana Krall are immediately already, when they're born and conceived, very high quality, just as the ones like Patricia Barber. Like, again, this one of Bob Marley, so-so, nothing special. Who Quadrophenia, good. I mean, I wouldn't go and hunt for it. This one too, so-so. Other rock editions like Yes, someone else like Tom Petty, unfortunately he died, but before dying he really believed in Blu-ray. Another person who greatly believed in this format is, which by the way, this isn't that good. I mean, it's good. It's a little better than the CD, just a little teeny bit. Another person that greatly believed, and still believes actually, in this format is Neil Young. Oh boy. I mean, he released all his catalog practically, and the old recordings he had stored in his archive, and he's releasing them, all of them, on Blu-ray. So if you're interested, go and hunt for them. Another positive point about Blu-ray is that you can find classical recordings, classical music recordings that sometimes are a little difficult to find, and these are very, very good. Like, for example, something like this. Well, this is part of this special label 2L. This is a Norwegian label. There's only extremely high resolution quality music recordings, not only in the Blu-ray but also in DSD, MQA, etc., etc., etc. The good part of this is that, like, for example, in this case, I think it's cool. This edition, for example, of this, and this happens often, I must say, in several releases, you have the Blu-ray plus the Super Audio CD. Now that is, I think it's cool, because I forgot to say this and said this in the beginning. Blu-ray is PCM, pulse code modulation. It's exactly the same type of audio as a CD, only at a higher resolution. In contrast with Super Audio CD, which is instead, as we know, DSD. So actually, a high resolution of Blu-ray is practically identical to that found on a DVD audio. Okay? It's very similar. And also the maximum resolution is identical, because DVD audio and Blu-ray can go all the way up to, at least for now, 24 bits per 192 kilohertz sampling rate. That's the top of the tops. And not every edition has that. It depends. So take a look. So I think that having two versions of an album is very cool. Also to do a comparison. One is a Super Audio CD in this case, and one is a Blu-ray disc. One is PCM, one is DSD. And I think that's pretty nice. I mean, because maybe you have a better Super Audio CD player, maybe you have a better Blu-ray player. It depends. So if you have something like that, it's easy to change in that way. But also other recordings, a little more anonymous. We have all this pure audio selection. I think it's a German label that's doing a lot of classical music recordings. And what is another cool part? Here we can see other releases by that Norwegian label. Again, they do Super Audio CD and Blu-ray. See? The Nordic sound. And what is one of the main reasons why to choose this? Well, the main reason is surround. If you are interested in having high-resolution audio, multi-channel, then you want these. You desperately want these, because or DVD audios, obviously, because otherwise, or Super Audio CDs. But otherwise, if you're relying on high-resolution streaming services like Kobo's and Tidal, etc., you're not gonna have a 5.1 DTS, whatever it is, release, unfortunately, but only the stereo version. I'm a stereo guy. I like only 2 channels, but I understand that a lot of people with a good player and a proper software like this, you do want a full surround signal like that, and this is high resolution. And actually, a lot of important bands are releasing their new albums. If you want a physical album, but high resolution, this is the way to go now, today. Like Pink Floyd, but also the last fantastic release of Abbey Road, for example. I have, obviously, the analog version, but I also got this anniversary edition with digital. And yes, you can find the high resolution version of this on Qobos, for example. But you cannot find the Dolby Atmos version. Yes, Dolby Atmos, which, I mean, that's the new frontier of music by Dolby, and it is rather amazing. I mean, I did some tests, and maybe we'll do a video on it with my smartphone. And I must say it is pretty impressive. I mean, the music comes from different points, and that's very cool. Obviously, that's going to work with best with a new recording, not with the 4, 8, or whatever tracks they were recorded on tape of the Beatles. But again, I mean, that's cool to have Dolby Atmos, DTS HD Master Audio 5.1, etc., etc. I mean, that's one of the main reasons why you would like to go for these. Otherwise, there aren't that many solutions if you're interested in that. So that's the main reason why I would recommend to go and fetch these albums, which you can easily find on Amazon. Just type Blu-ray audio, pure audio, something like that, and you'll find lots of editions. As I said in the beginning, though, not all of these are good, only a few, okay? One last thing I want to say, which is very important, again, maybe I should have said this in the beginning, you need to look for a Blu-ray player capable of converting the converter, the chip you have, must be capable of dealing with a high resolution signal. Because obviously the normal Blu-rays with movies on it, they don't need that high resolution audio. There's no more space actually for also high resolution audio. So you have to look at the specs and check if your Blu-ray player or the one you want to buy is capable of dealing with that signal. For example, I know that most of the Pioneer players are very, very good. The best of the best, I think, was Oppo. Oppo, unfortunately, is out of the game, but their players are still out and about. I mean, you can find them used or new old stock on eBay, etc. So look for them if you're interested in having a multiplayer, because the Oppos can play DVD audio, Super Audio CDs, the Blu-rays, I mean CDs, obviously, HD CDs, anything. That's why I have one and I love it. But I know that, for example, even Onkyo has good players. You have to check around. I'll put some references and links here below in the video description. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave your comments, leave your suggestions for good Blu-ray recordings. I'm interested in that and hope to see you soon. But remember, apart from all of this stuff, music is born analog. Well, guys, if you're enjoying my videos and you're enjoying my channel, please consider to subscribe by clicking the black and white logo here below. Also, don't forget to click the notification bell so you'll never miss an episode and you will become a true member of the analog community.